are now just 4 months away from the Iowa primaries, and you see former President Trump in a place where you would expect to see him today and in the days to come, South Carolina, which will be the third major primary that we'll see after the Iowa caucus in New Hampshire. We'll go to South Carolina for that coverage. He began his speaking points there by going after Nikki Haley. He said, that's why I got the former governor out of here and put Henry McMaster in, because I wanted her to do other things. She has been nice to me in the past, but not so much anymore. Also going after Ron DeSantis. We know that there's a big debate that we will all be watching on Wednesday night to see what happens. But the president is clearly, the former president is clearly well ahead of all of those running against him at this point. And he was just talking about this very strong poll that he got over the weekend, up by 10 points over the current president, Joe Biden. So that's a sizable poll. That's a hypothetical head-to-head national matchup. So let's bring in Bill McGurn, Wall Street Journal columnist, former chief speechwriter for President George W. Bush, and a Fox News contributor. Bill, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much for being here. So this poll, as he rightly said, the former president, is one that we saw a lot of attempts to spin over at some of our media counterparts who are shocked by these numbers. Here's a little example of that, guys. Let's put up this media reaction to this Washington Post poll over the weekend. Watch.
Trump with a 9-point lead over President Biden in that poll, and whatever caveats, whether that is an outlier, that's a tough one to spin.
For Donald Trump there, nothing but good news. And it raises this question. If Republicans go forward and nominate Trump again, this is what the rematch in our poll would look like right now.
Welcome, Bill. Good to have you here with us from the Wall Street Journal. Your reaction to the president speaking in South Carolina, to those numbers, and to the, oh boy, media reaction.
Well, I think the reaction is right. It may be an outlier, but you can't spin the numbers. And to me, what's interesting, Trump has done well in polls for the last few months and so forth. What's interesting is it really highlights Biden's unpopularity. And I think that's partly a function. It's been downplayed. You know, we hear Karine Jean-Pierre saying young people can't keep up with them. And then people watch on TV and see Rip Van Winkle going up to the microphone. They're told Bidenomics is working as they're paying more for food and they're saving some roads. So I think the attempt to hide Joe Biden's popularity is now coming out. I mean, and it will be like this through the campaign where it becomes an issue, how well he's doing, and does anyone outside the Beltway really believe Bidenomics is working?
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, though, because if what's happening is that people are turning against Joe Biden because of his performance and what they see, they have all these other options, too. And they're not gravitating towards them. They're going back to the former president, who is calling for things like making life easier for small businesses, speaking out in favor of our military, going right to the regulatory issues in South Carolina that are ticking people off. You know, don't mess with my boating. Don't mess with my fishing. He's a good campaigner, Bill.
Yeah, I think also these are his strengths, right? Those issues. You know, he cut taxes and he reduced federal regulation. That's a real strength of the Trump economy. So the more he can focus on that, the more of a contrast with Joe Biden. He spends all these trillions on a Green New Deal that's signing the death warrant for the UAW workers and all, you know, subsidizing cars no one wants and discouraging cars that people do want, making them more expensive, not only to build, but with energy costs so high, doing nothing to address that.
Yeah. What do you think? Joe Biden is going to be tomorrow, I think around 2 o'clock. He's going to be on the picket lines with the UAW in Michigan as he fights to hold on to his job.
Well, you know, I'm writing my column this week on Reagan because the debate tomorrow is at the Reagan Library. And his last economic speech of the 1980 campaign, he pointed out that the then UAW president said, if our members vote their pocketbooks, they're going to go for Reagan. So they had similar problems then. And I think today, a lot of the UAW members are wondering, is Biden really on their side? He may favor unions, but his economic policies are hanging them out to dry.
Yeah, pushing the electric vehicles and making their business difficult in this environment. So, but he'll join the picket line. So we haven't seen that in quite a while from a U.S. president. We'll see how that goes for him. Bill McGurn, thanks for watching along with us, and thanks for joining us with your take on it. It's always good to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.